The game between Michigan State and Washington State living up to the hype, which was very minimal. But with that said, Wazoo features Luke Falk, a quarterback that will be playing on Sundays. Luke Falk warming up for this. Looks good to everybody. But they ended up saying he had an injury to his left wrist. I think his future NFL earnings might affect him playing or not, and he doesn't. It's Tyler Holiski, and he has 6 possessions in the first half, leaving 4 punts, 1 field goal at the end of the half. On the other side, it's Brian Lewerke looking like Kirk Cousins reincarnated, touchdown to Cody White. And then check out the play. The fake draws the whole defense in. He goes to Felton Davis, the third, for the score, and another one to White for a touchdown on his 5 straight possessions with the touchdown for them. Holiski just not ready for prime time as he ends up fumbling, and Sparty would recover as there's a very disappointed Falk on the sideline, but this is the reason why they didn't want Falk to play. They say it was his wrist, but they just don't want him to get taken out like this, and that would affect his NFL draft status. Blasted by Sean Harper. Michigan State a 42-17 winner. Mike Leach talking about Falk's quote-unquote injury.
Coach, was Luke injured? I'm sorry, I wasn't real clear on that.
You're going to remain unclear on it. Next question.
So you don't want to comment on it, or I'm sorry?
I don't comment on that. Are you new?
No, I've been around about 30 years or so. Just
okay, for 25 of those, I haven't commented on injuries.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
It was super cool coming back. I mean, I think I had probably 30 or 40 people here, come out and support me. So, I mean, not many guys can say that.
Well, it's time to get some holiday hoops. We have a dozen games, and I don't want to get my throat raspy. Brandon Stone, Maddie Sinclair, and Mike Milburn are all here to help. Lady, gentlemen, are you ready?
I don't comment on that.
And now, away we go. We start with the National Division quarterfinals. Torrey Pines at Torrey Pines, Foothills Christian and Mission Bay. Pick up the first quarter. That's Ronnie Ladding with a strong defense in the paint, along with his 18 points. Second quarter, Mission Bay's Jay Norton, all net, 3 of his 14 in the final frame. Ladding gets fouled by the Knights' Tayshawn Cherry. Ladding bumps into Cherry, and Cherry shoves him back, resulting in a technical foul for Tayshawn. That's not good, as it's not good for Foothills at all, as the Bucks advance to the semis, the final 72-56. Mr. NorCal.
Got to be careful of Boogie, I guess. Senators Division, Torrey Pines taking on John Cooper from Texas. I hear it's a team, not just one human. Okay, first quarter now. Falcons, Bryce Pope draining the 3 ball. Bryce gets game high 33. One Pope deserves another. Michael intercepts the pass, gets the bucket eventually, and the foul after that. Torrey Pines cruising with you 90-63.
National Division matchup, St. Augustine taking on College Park out of Texas. St. sophomore Chabuzo Agbo goes under the basket for 2 of his 23 points, but College Park, led by Kansas-bound Quentin Grims, with a game-high 33 points, takes the 4th quarter lead for the win, the final 63-60.
Boy, to say we do one more from the Falcons' nest. Santa Fe Christian taking on Cienege out of Arizona. Santa Fe Christian senior Matthew Stevenson goes under the basket for 2 of his 16 points, but Cienege senior Jordan Green brings it down the court for 2 of his game-high 26, leading the Bobcats to the narrow win. Final 71-66, Rick.
All right, Senators Division nightcap. Cathedral playing host to Notre Dame out of Sherman Oaks. This is Don's freshman forward, Obina Anyawu, with a pull-up jumper to get Cathedral within 3. He's been a lot of highlights lately, but the Knights get a game-high 29 from Zaire Williams, most of them in the 3rd quarter as they run away with it. The final 75-60. Brandon, can you comment?
You know I don't comment on that. Okay, still Cathedral Catholic Poway taking on Cypress. Here comes Zach Ryder from Beyond the Arc, giving the Titans their first lead of the night. Then this guy, you know him from Adam, making sure that lead stays intact as Mr. Ab Fishing with 18 points doing the game-clinching steal. Poway wins 68-67.
We go to Montgomery High School for the Aztecs Classic matchup between Coronado and Castle Park. In the first quarter, the Islanders' Caden Gentry drives and scores 2 of his 13 points as Coronado scores the first 19 points of the game. In the 3rd quarter, the entry pass goes to Bruin Rollier, who scores 2 of his game-high 17. Give some credit to the Trojans, who played hard with only 7 guys in uniform, but Coronado wins it, the final 75-29.
One more from that Aztec Classic at Montgomery between Point Loma and Southwest El Centro. Eagles' Grant Hansick keeps his team in the game, 3 of his 19 right there. The Pointers counter with Kyle Jordan. He scores on the break, finishes with 16. As Point Loma holds on for the win, the final 54-47.
All right, how about another one from me? Aztec Classic action, Montgomery facing Hilltop. This is the Hilltop's Justin Wilson with a nice finish with the left hand 26. Lancers trailed by just 3 at the halftime, but too much of Montgomery's Tim Crawford in the second half. 26 of his own. The Aztecs catch fire. They go on to win this one, the final 100-69, Brandon.
We continue on the holiday road as it's Eastlake and Calexico. Third quarter action, the Titans' Jarrett Isaacson can't find the open man, so hey, why not take a shot, huh? Got it, 3 of the 7. But moments later, you know this guy, Grant Holman. Guy can bitch and guy can block too, and he gets it to Brian Leonard, who then drives the layup, picks up the foul. Game by 28 as Eastlake win the final 69-55.
Aztec Classic also has a girls bracket. Here's Scripps Ranch in Mount Carmel. First quarter, it's Scripps' Katie Chow to freshman Macy Kinney for the reverse lay-in. She scores 10 points. Then it's the Falcons' other freshman, Kayla Williams, with the score. She had a team-high 12 as the Falcons go on to win this one, 50-22 final.
And what do you say we finish up at Valhalla? Lady Norsemen taking on Fallbrook in the SoCal Holiday Prep Classic. First quarter action, the Lady Norsemen's Angie Orange gets a nice steal and drives the length of the court to her 9 points right there. But moments later, the Lady Warriors' Jessie Wilbur gets herself wide open as she hits her first of 4 3-pointers, help her get a game-high 17 points as Fallbrook goes on to win. Final 59-41.
Speaking of final, how about some final thoughts, starting with you, Brandon Stone?
Have you watched me for 25 out of the 30 years I've been on here? I haven't had a final thought.
Well, we'll be out at Aztecs tomorrow to catch up with Brian Dutcher and the rest of the Aztec basketball team.
And the KUSI.com sports section up and running right now, so we'll have all these highlights uploaded there in just a moment's time.
Excellent job, everybody. Well, let's get some more hoops action because you haven't had enough. USD opening conference play at the Slim Gym with USF. USD having little trouble with the Dons. Isaiah Pinero would drop 23. 4 of those coming from beyond the arc, followed up by Isaiah Wright with 17. And Olin Carter the third with 13. USD wins their 10th of the season. They are now 1-0 in conference. The final is 73-63.